Alright. Okay, there we go. I literally have to put the 3DS, the volume to 1, so it doesn't blow out my eardrums.
Damn. Maybe we should also like go to like your volume mixer and lower that too.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh!
I have to put that to
Well,
I heard you like DGS music.
yeah, music. I don't know what you're talking about. This seems like heaven to me.
Alright. 1, yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
We're just waiting on Jason, because I think he's coming in right now, at this point.
Yeah.
Boy, but, yeah, so... first off, we got, some of the Scarlet Study people to talk us on some emulation stuff. Apparently, the, whatchamacallit, the cutscene problem was I had to switch the GPU speed to 50, and that will apparently solve it. There's also an updated version of the patch they put out a while ago. We're gonna apply that on Chapter 2 onwards. Just because I don't want to screw with anything while we're in the middle of the first one, but afterwards, we'll be doing that from now on.
I don't know how much, 'cause it said like it's mainly like meant for like 3DS right now, like so they're still like working on one for like Citrus specifically, so let's see on that.
Okay, got ya.
Yeah.
The other thing.
I mean, well,
the other thing is, we're gonna figure out what Jason's schedule is, but I would not expect too many streams next week. Just as a heads up, because a lot of my friends are going to be helping out with Subpar Smash Bros, which is a big charity event happening over on Fund the Charity Room on their Twitch page. That's gonna be like all week long. So I want to kind of divert energy over to there. We might do some DGS, or we might just wait. But I don't see myself doing any kind of other streams besides that or stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Okay. Just as a
Makes
heads
sense.
up. The other thing is that sorry on Monday, as I stated before, I'm doing. We have work currently being done on my house. Mainly, they're trying to take out a big wall in our kitchen. That caused a lot of internet issues, and while it's still going on, we've been testing it out. The internet's been pretty rock solid now at this point. Like, my kilobytes per second has not changed at all in like 5 minutes. Like, it's steady as hell right now, so it should be. We should be good for the rest of this.
Pat, it was one hell of a deal I had to make with the devil, right?
I know, right? With the DGS gods.
Yeah, I know, right? It was a pain.
We won, but at what cost?
I know my soul is now owned by Capcom Japan. I mean, if we're still waiting for Jason, we can test out that cutscene thing if you want.
Yeah, let's test that out real quick.
Yeah, you can test it out real quick.
So, Edie, are you gonna be a Capcom DLC?
No, I'm just gonna become a part of their code.
There's already Capcom DLC.
Citra, ready? Let's reload that.
You saw the directions they put, right?
The what?
The directions they put to do it.
Yeah. I did the speed down by to 50%.
Yeah, emulation configure system CPU clock.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. The touchscreen wasn't working earlier when I was trying to click there. That's why I had to reload the game. Because I think it's been too long. So yeah.
Yeah, then do beginning.
Yeah. So let's test this out. Does this work now? Yep. There we go.
There we go.
All right. Nice.
So the cutscene, I don't know.
Pan.
All right, but we're yeah. Strangely, this cutscene actually gets hit by a copyright, strangely, on YouTube and stuff like that. I don't know why, but it does.
Also be good for the future cutscenes.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I didn't have to make this change to get the newer cutscenes to run, so that's
weird.
interesting. Yeah. You can just hit like stop or restart for the emulator if you want.
What were we saying? Where is Jason, my man?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the next part, the
Jason.
next thing that's coming up is the testimony anyway, so.
Yeah. I guess we'll probably get started. It's 8 o'clock now, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so, yes, last time on the Great Ace Attorney, we were currently getting charged with murder and had to defend ourselves. There is a mysterious lady that was with Dr. Watson that is now revealed, telling her side of the story. So, let's get back into it.
Yep. And now they begin to testify for themselves.
Yep.
Sophie, if you would.
Alright, let's go.
Tally-ho! Unfortunately, I do not know when the doctor burned himself. I simply enjoyed my beefsteak and shared a toast with him, remember? I heard the post-mortem states he was killed with a gun. What else can I say? If there exists a way to kill without leaving the trace, then show it to me. But Turin and Spirit's investigators could not possibly produce any new evidence, surely.
Also, new cross-examination theme right there.
Oh yeah, that's the Allegro version, yeah.
Yeah.
Jason!
Yeah,
Hey.
Jason's back.
Alright.
He only said the testimony,
Yeah,
that's
only
it.
the testimony, that's all you missed.
Ho-ho!
Yeah. That was the
Just
most
the
beautiful testimony that has ever graced this court.
Okay, there we go. Now I'm here.
You're giving her way too much praise.
I hope this will be the final time I'm forced to speak in this barbaric language. My, I do sincerely apologize if I offended you.
Not at all. Being blessed with such words fills me with joy. I knew all along that the birthmark had nothing to do with it.
I'm sure your Minister of Justice would love to hear all about today's trial.
Minister of Justice?
I like to see that bothersome hoodlum of a student over there receives an increased punishment for this unsubstantial accusations. Amen.
Huh? Wow, thanks? Did she just say amen?
Speaking of bothersome, we're ready for the next cross-examination.
I like this man.
I'm sure you already noticed that this bothersome hoodlum is
Okay,
actually
so
quite exceptional.
Okay, so actually give me a minute, cause I was being home, but trying to be home at 7:30 turned into hang on, I need to do some quick shopping, and also trying to beat the storm home.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Well,
Nice.
just as an update, Jason, the internet's working a lot better now, so, we
Yeah.
shouldn't have any issues for this stream now at this point.
Okay.
Outside Link just put, it's been 2 seconds and I'm already a fan of Asogi.
I mean, that was basically me as well, so, the feeling is
What you
mutual.
talking, fam?
Alright.
You shouldn't need reminding that this will be your final chance at cross-examination. Should there be no issues with the following testimony, then this will truly be the conclusion of the trial. Do you understand, attorney?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, Your Honor. Very well, then. You may proceed with the cross-examination. Game face on, naruhodō.
Alright. Take it away.
Alright. So, let us see what we got. Fortunately, I do not know when the doctor burned himself. Let's press that.
I love this Allegro theme.
Yeah. How's everybody doing today?
That sounds pretty good. Oh, it's like...
Doing alright.
Yeah.
Start the trial. Oh!
Oh, wait, what? I'm a voice. This fucking.
How you
What?
What?
You forgot to zip your thing. Of course not.
I noticed too. I'm bare just looking at you.
Could have said something.
Alright, yeah, back to.
How do you see it through? Like, I have this
I'm
giant
behind
desk.
the defense desk.
I have the defense desk. How are you seeing that?
How you see that?
I see. That definitely makes sense.
I see you on your way here. You were looking directly at me. I see.
Anyway, back to the plot.
Yeah. Still carbonated water after. After surgery. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's sus.
My little bit of aching, I don't know.
Oh, this is important.
Oh.
God damn you.
I'm pretty sure that's the exact opposite of what it means.
God damn you.
Okay, I think I want to see that one again. Check that one again. However, as we're drinking water, memory of
So he doesn't.
Well, actually, Zero. What's weird about this for like a
Yeah, within the
Western fan-
context, that wouldn't make any sense. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like for a Western fan, I'm so used to calling like ryūnosuke naruhodō, even though knowing fully well that in
No,
Japan,
yeah, Naruhodo's
like,
just right. He got
Yeah.
turned into Phoenix, right?
yeah. So it feels weird when you actually think of when
Yeah.
you when you think about
He's
it.
always Naruhodo to me, this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
But that's a difference that you will only that we will only feel. That we only feel. This is it's pretty fine, Japan.
Yeah, nobody knows as Japan.
Yeah. Anyway, we can headcanon this is before Japanifornia anyway.
Yeah. Okay, we gotta prove that that bird happened, like, basically right as that food came out, then.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a raid.
Oh, we got
Oh,
it right?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh,
3 people.
from Super Ice, thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, good.
Welcome to DGS, folks.
The only thing.
Crash win by doing nothing.
Alright. Alright.
Thank you for the raid.
Crash went between.
Any method that would be an exception to the rule.
Do what you want.
Okay, I'm thinking this is the statement around here, possibly. Some sort of evidence. Okay. The back. Okay. There's another way to kill him without leaving a trace.
I would say.
Bullet did not pass through the body.
Pat, can you do me favors? Can you just go through your evidence just so I know what you have at this point?
Okay.
Oh yeah, because he did leave.
Yeah.
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 So they.
Wait, James, I know where to lead. I know how to lead him. Alright,
Yeah,
hold on.
so,
Let's see.
it can't be, the bullet didn't go all the way through him.
I have an idea, but I'm not sure what evidence it fits with.
They would just press everything just to make sure you got everything down.
I think there's only one statement I
One
know.
more statement left, yeah. Might as well. You went all the way.
Just to make sure.
Yeah. That said, apparently naruhodō translated in English means I see.
Yeah.
Just take Naruhodo and just do the JoJo blind. I see.
You see, whenever I hear the I see, I just always think of like the big-eyed Byleth. Just
Yeah,
like
big-eyed
I
Byleth.
see.
I see.
This floor is made of floor.
Trying to act like a bookshelf.
You don't say Naruhodo.
Pretty sure it's just your imagination.
Yeah. So, got through. Was it something else? Yeah. Thing. There. The crossover Ace30 game was basically the prototype.
The prototype for this game.
Yeah.
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 It was made by I think it was made by a lot of the same team.
Yeah. Same
Yeah,
composer as well. So.
One
Yeah.
thing that works.
We're still kind of blows my mind. Oh wait, hang on.
Oh, okay, just one of those. Got ya. Okay, you don't have to usually do this kind a lot. You kind of stopped doing this kind after a while.
Like, what do you mean?
Of like where you have to go through the entire thing and then press on the statement again. Yeah.
Hi.
Okay, go to a new one. Okay.
Press it again, press it.
That's it. Alright. Detective reacted to justice.
Alright, might as well voice this.
Alright.
Up until a short while ago, the detective was on the witness stand as her interpreter. But now, the situation has changed completely. Detective Hosonaga is now in a position to listen to her testimony. Maybe this is the chance we've been waiting for.
What do you mean?
Whenever someone takes a stand to testify, they try not to show any weaknesses. However, when listening to someone else's words, they let their guard down.
I see. He's completely lost in thought. Also, by the way, chat, how do I sound, in comparison to everybody else? Do I need to turn my mic up or anything like that? I noticed I was a little quiet in the VOD. I just want to see what you guys...
Now, why don't we try questioning that detective?
Question him?
Naruhodō, have a look at the bottom screen.
The bottom screen? What the hell are you talking about?
This is something from the crossover game.
Oh,
Right now,
okay.
the lady testifying is our focus. That's cursed when we look at someone else.
Okay.
Then while you're looking at another person, the option to question will appear. Pushing them while their guard is down might give you some new information. If anything seems strange, don't hesitate to change your focus. Remember that.
I'm just gonna up my volume just a tiny bit. Alright. That should help.
This is a neat idea, but it's not my favorite thing that they added to the
Yeah,
franchise.
it's a pretty minor thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's give it a go.
but addition's addition.
That's why even the situation changed. You want to be able to file new evidence.
Okay.
Just slide.
Okay, there we go. Now, alright. Hang on!
God, what is it? What on earth?
It's a fairly violent reaction to that. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you that much. Wow, I completely bypassed his defenses. This technique is more powerful than I thought.
No, it seemed like you were deep in thought about something. Maybe the lovely lady next to you helped you remember something.
Attention. If there's anything you'd like to say, please tell us.
What? What is this?
New gameplay mechanic.
I don't like it. Did you forget who's testifying right now?
I don't like change!
If you have no problem with what she said, then this cross-examination is over.
Oh, okay.
That's not going to fly.
What now?
As long as he is still on the stand, Detective Osunaga still qualifies as a witness.
Also, he's directly related to this case too. Detective Osunaga,
Yes, Your Honor.
is there anything you wish to say in regard to the testimony just now?
Very well then. If Your Honor must ask, I believe I do have something to say. It is true that the Imperial Police investigation are still inexperienced compared to Britain. But I, myself, Hosonaga, I live my life by my motto: if you plan to investigate, do it to the utmost perfection.
Perfection?
Therefore I, myself, Hosonaga, took from the crime scene everything I could get my hands on. All in the name of a crime scene preservation. Call me a crime scene thief if you must, but I still did it!
I like that stance. Bring it on.
You're a crime scene thief?
Her insults must have struck a nerve somewhere deep within the detective.
Wait, that's illegal.
For example, this.
Shit!
Is it that?
This is the bottle of carbonated water I brought to the victim's table that day. Now, 3 days later, it's just regular water. But this is once carbonated water, let no one say otherwise.
Looks like there's still some waters left in that bottle.
I swear, in this imminent new age, our country's police will become the best, the world's best. I, Hosonaga, believe that from the bottom of my heart.
I don't understand the witness himself, but I certainly understand his claim. The court accepts this beautiful glass bottle as evidence.
Did he drink the water? No, he did not.
No,
No, he did it. He as far if you're talking
He
about
just took it. He just took it, as
Yeah.
far as we're concerned. Hosonaga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he took it for preservation.
If I say, Miss Britt, is this, without a doubt, what the victim was drinking with you that day?
Yes, that very glass bottle.
I feel like, just now, it looked like she tried to avert her eyes. Very well, let us get back to the cross-examination. Detective, please, try to keep yourself together. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, the rest is up to you now.
Alright. Fortunately, I do not know. Let us check that bottle now, at this point.
I don't think you need any more hints.
Okay, let's examine the low.
Might as well speak over this.
I'm still very surprised.
Speak on it, or? Are you saying to voice this one, or?
Might as well,
Okay.
I think.
This label's written in a foreign language I've never seen before. What does it say, Asogi?
It appears to be French. This is some kind of luxury item.
But what does it say?
Go to France and ask them.
You just said you didn't know!
Yeah, I remember that line.
Such a fucking smart ass.
Go to France and ask him.
Okay, I don't see...
I think you can check the water itself. I don't think you check that. You just check the label.
Okay, let's see
Like-
if we can... Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
At the time, Dr. Watson was drinking carbonated water.
There's still a little bit left, but it's probably flat by now.
Oh, speaking of which, my throat is a little dry. Maybe I should drink some of this to soothe my throat.
No. Don't, Naruhodō. At the very least, you shouldn't drink the evidence for our case.
Yeah, you're right. After all, we don't know if there's anything in it.
You're always full of surprises.
This carbonated water. We don't know if there's anything in it. I wonder.
What's wrong, Naruhodō? You went silent all of a sudden.
Maybe I just found another possibility.
I had a feeling.
Tonight's gonna be a good night.
It's gonna be
The lawyer
a
will not
good
drink
night.
the evidence.
Coward.
You do it too!
Coward! No.
Yeah! This glass bottle from earlier! There's only one victim who could have been killed without leaving a trace. Of course, that would be poison.
Poison?
That day, Dr. Watson took a drink of this carbonated water. The liquid inside the bottle could have easily contained poison. And when the doctor drank it, that's when he died. Order! Order! Order in the court! Who could have poisoned his drink? Maybe it was someone sitting at the table. The only person who fits that description, of course, is that person would be... Miss Giselle Bray! You poisoned Dr. John Watson!
You literally... How dare you make such wild, baseless conjectures? Even if me a scoop like you to understand the position our empire is in. We only just signed the Japanese Anglo Alliance Treaty. Do you intend to destroy this historical relationship with your mad accusations? Yes.
Objection! This is no place for politics. This is a court to judge criminal sins.
What are you saying?
Where she's from is irrelevant. Whether she's guilty or not is all that matters.
Wait, did the goose do it?
Excuse me, may I interject?
Hey.
Oh!
Shut up! The one who should be silenced is you!
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am!
What in the world? Suddenly the air feels so tense.
Please don't be mean to me.
Please excuse my earlier remarks. I fear was quite rude. I sincerely apologize from the bottom of my heart.
What remark could you be referring to?
I called the Japanese police inexperienced. But even with their lack of experience, I'm sure they at least conducted a proper investigation. Surely they investigated whether or not this bottle was laced with poison.
Of course we did.
Huh?
As I stated earlier, I always strive for perfection. It is my life's goal.
Then...
Naturally, we have inspected the contents of this glass bottle.
My word! What are the results?
After analyzing it against all poisons known to our country, our conclusion is... This carbonated drink contains no poison whatsoever.
In your country, what about Britain poison?
Edie asked you a question in private.
Later. What? Are you absolutely sure? This is the conclusion reached by the chief after Imperial Medical Examiner himself.
What?
Boink.
How is his hairband still floating?
Please allow me to express my sincere gratitude to the people of this country. They so graciously proved my innocence. I am truly in your debt.
Which we did. I'm part of the job, milady. No thanks necessary.
Could this be?
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
This is ridiculous. If it was poison, none of the pieces would fit together perfectly.
It would seem that all this has made clear with the cross-examination. Other than this pistol, there were no available means to murder the doctor. Therefore, the one who committed this crime can only be the defendant who was holding the weapon in his own hand. Is this really the end of the line for me? I do deeply apologize for taking your time, Miss Brett.
There is no need for apologies, just as long as everyone knows the truth.
Defense, there's one thing I would like you to confirm. Do you have any new evidence that you wish to present? Sogi.
I'm sorry, Naruhodō. We have nothing left.
Well then, I wish you'd take my leave of all of you. Hold it!
Aw!
Oh.
Yes!
I must ask you for your patience.
I remember her. Who was that?
I am deeply sorry for interrupting this trial. I am legal assistant. My name is Suzato Mikotoba.
Mikotoba? She appeared calm and dignified in her desperate final moments. In her hands, she held a small bagged envelope of cloth. Ah, okay, alright.
As we slowly.
And then final part next
Alright.
Next there is the final part. Jingle.
You love that jingle.
I dance the jingle.
Yeah. I like it.
Asogi, you didn't
No,
write my
Sogi's
paycheck
theme.
correctly.
No, Sogi's thing.
So actually gonna shine, Sophie is gonna shine bright this whole stream. Oh hey!
Thank you, Outset Link.
Very nice. You can order in Discord, hold on. Oh. There's...
And what business do you have here, legal assistant?
I was actually starting to worry. The legal assistant.
Motherfucker!
Motherfucker!
Get his ass. Also, wait, actually, speaking of which, go to Correct real quick.
Oh, does it have her profile in there now?
It has people's pro. I don't think it has hers yet, but like,
Okay.
check Payne's.
Okay.
Basically.
Legal assistant, lawyer, The prosecutor
Payne.
investigating this case, it appears that he does not approve of the cultural enlightenment has done to
He's
society.
a boomer! He's a fucking boomer!
I would definitely believe Payne to be a
This
blue.
boomer.
First and foremost, I still play for women in the Supreme Court.
Okay.
I'm well aware of that. Please just spare me 5 minutes of your time. There's a piece of evidence I must deliver to the defense.
A bloody ace card.
Too late! This trial is already over, save for the sentencing. Hey, yes, Zero, it is sexist, but historically accurate.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Alright.
You get
Judge.
5 minutes and not a second more.
Your Honor! Your
Hey,
Honor!
hey, thanks, Judge.
Thank you very much.
I want a boomer just like me.
I'm with the cool kids.
We got a very stacked defendant's bench over here now. Who are you?
There's no time to explain. Hurry, take this.
This is written in English. It looks like some kind of report.
These are Giselle Sprett's research documents.
They belong to her?
Earlier, after the recess ended, I went to the Imperial Yume University. I borrowed these from Dr. Watson's laboratory.
I see. Then this woman really was doing research with the doctor.
Are you implying that this research has something to do with the incident?
I don't know. After all, I wasn't here to listen to the trial.
Oh, that's right.
Characteristics, reactions to, and effects on the human body of Kure.
Career? What is that? I've never heard of it.
Also, like, I'm seeing like a bit of messages from this in chat. I just want to clarify about this game. Naruhodō is the only confirmed ancestor.
Yeah.
Within this
Yeah.
duology. He's the only one with the confirmed history, basically.
I guess except maybe Pain, possibly.
Yeah, Payne. This, I guess, this fucker.
This boomer.
What's a boomer?
Time's up.
He's like a mega boomer because he's like way in the past, you know?
Hey, boomer.
He's like all the way for the back.
And then this
Malcontent.
Thank you. And then this malcontent legal assistant to be removed from the court at once.
I hadn't the time to do more than glance over the document. But I did provide a simplified summary of its contents at the front. Please take a look thoroughly through yourselves, if you would like.
Got it. Thank you so much. Alright.
Open the document.
Are we able
and
to
I'll
look at
just
it
say
right now?
W.
Well then, I wish you good fortune.
Alright, let's see if we can...
Check.
It all just says W! What does this mean?
Prepare from
Here,
fire
take this
zone.
W.
Okay. Small houses to fatal deadly poison conditions. It's effective when it enters the body. Wait! If it's a
Wait.
poison that dies, does this poison die within a few days? Because if so, then we have it. Since effective.
Huh?
Okay. If we could tie it to that poison, that's how we win at that point.
I think I might see what it is.
If the poison wears
Bye, motherfuckers!
Yeah, if the poison can wear off, then we have it right there.
We cannot keep our British guests waiting any longer. I will ask you one more time. Does either the prosecution or defense wish to present any more evidence?
Of course not! This trial already has more than enough evidence.
Naruhodō, you no longer have the liberty of choice. This is quite literally your final chance.
Yeah, I know. Huh! Your Honor, please allow us to present one more piece of evidence.
I recognize that fire in your eyes. That is the steadfast fire of a Japanese man who doesn't know the meaning of retreat.
Also, get some eye drops.
Please, witness, Miss Brett. May I have a question?
Oh dear, what?
Would you be willing to stay with us for a short while longer?
I do appreciate the invitation. But it's almost time for my afternoon tea. Thus, you have to excuse yourself.
Miss Brett, I've asked you politely out of respect towards you and your homeland. You may not understood me, but I will not take no for an answer.
I can't help but think. You Japanese all defy basic logic.
I'm sorry for imposing, my lady.
I already like this judge. He gets shit done.
That's also pretty much the extent of the racism that you'll get in this game.
Oh, okay, that's as far as it goes? Alright.
No, I won't argue. It goes a little bit further.
Okay. Yeah. Again, sorry, it's just how the translation is. My
Yeah.
bad.
Now, attorney! Present one piece of evidence you believe earns for your instruction.
I wonder which one.
The bottle.
Giselle Brett. It appears you were conducting research in Dr. Watson's research facilities. And what's more, you happen to be researching a deadly poison. Strange coincidence, eh?
What?
Deadly poison? What's the meaning of this?
Its name is Carrere. It's a deadly poison that requires only a small dose to cause certain death.
What manner of joke is this? You just have gone off the deep end. Kuranga? A poison like that because of cure, you idiot.
You fucking moron.
Of course you haven't.
What?
There's no reason that you would know what it is, after all. Until today, this poison was never known to exist in the Japanese Empire. It was never known to exist.
Yes.
Now
in other
this is really cool.
The Imperial Police can examine all they like, but they never be able to detect this poison. Simply because the methods to detect it have not been developed in Japan!
What?
Order in the court! Do poisons as terrifying as that really exist?
According to these research documents written by Miss Brett, the hunting tribes of South America have used this poison to hunt since ancient times. To the researchers and medical students in Europe, this seems to be common knowledge.
They hunt with poison?
It's a deadly poison extracted from the bark of trees that grow in the Amazon jungles. It was discovered after explorers brought some back to Europe. If you were to be hit by a blow dot smeared with this, its poison would kill you instantly.
I still really like this.
Yeah, isn't that right, miss?
Your claims are all nonsense! First off, if the victim was poisoned, then he would have been writhing in pain! Everyone in Lake Quartos would have noticed!
Indeed. Your thoughts, detective?
I already can disprove this shit.
Certainly, if a man was writhing in pain, I would have noticed on the scene immediately.
Come to think of it, I don't remember the doctor being in pain.
According to these documents, the complete opposite should be expected.
What? The opposite?
The victim did not exhibit any manner of being in pain. That in of itself could be evidence that Carrera was used.
What does you mean by that? Please explain!
The instant this poison enters the body, it will paralyze all muscles. In other words, you will lose the ability to move any of your limbs. Even if the victim felt any pain, he or she would not be able to express it. My word. Of course, if you lost control of his muscles, the victim would collapse. However, if you used the chair to prop up the body, any bystanders would be none the wiser.
But Soki, there's something I don't quite understand. How does paralyzing only the muscles result in an instant death?
You might regret asking that question. Of course, the victim can no longer move once the poison takes place. Remember, your respiratory system needs to use muscles as well. The poison prevents that.
Oh, then you wouldn't be able to breathe?
In short, the most accurate cause of death would be suffocation.
Oh, wow!
Wow.
That's a
That's
really
a
effed up way to go! Oh my god!
Continue. For several minutes, the victim is still conscious, but unable to move or cry for help.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Alright, so Watson's death is actually pretty it's actually one of the more,
Fucked up ways of dying in Ace Attorney.
yeah.
Just say it, you know? No, like, Ace Attorney deaths are usually pretty normal, but that beats out a lot of, say, Danganronpa
That's
deaths
really
and stuff like that.
Also, remember, he got burned and shot. Extreme pause, hold on.
Okay.
This guy cannot catch a break.
Yeah. Inconceivable!
To any onlookers, it would seem like a painless, sleep-like instant death. But for the victim, I couldn't imagine a more cruel death.
You Watson!
That's the truth of career.
Normal death in Ace Attorney.
Well, I mean, to be fair, a lot of people are just kind of shot and stuff like that in Ace Attorney.
Yeah, usually it's mainly how they take the body and stuff like that. That's kind of the fucked up.
It's like the way they die is noble, but it's the how that
Yeah,
makes
because
it,
that's like the difference. Danganronpa is usually all about the how did they die. In Ace Attorney, it's a lot more of what do they do to the crime scene and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then this glass bottle, does it really contain that cruel, deadly poison?
Oh, I see. Are we gonna pull a Trials and Tribulations right now?
Let me get this from you! We don't know the poison, so we can't detect it! Don't play games with me!
Excuse me, may I speak?
A student! Sorry for not such a fairy!
Shut up!
I'm sorry, Sophie.
The one who ought to be learning is you.
I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am! Yes, ma'am!
Yes, ma'am!
Anyway,
Either Uber and a simp.
is this how you Japanese always handle things?
Yeah. Alright, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. What do you mean?
At least you
No,
admit
wait,
it.
Pat, we heard you say yeah, so it's like, yeah. Like, Japanese said, yeah.
Oh, you Japanese handle things.
No, you just
Yeah.
no. That's just a Sogi just slaps naruhodō in the back of the head. You idiot!
That's not what you say.
Just the Kermit slap. Alright. Stealing the lady's research documents, waving them around as if it were your own discovery. Barbaric is enough a word to describe you monsters.
Rest assured that we feel the same way about you.
Why would you filthy ants think you can look down on me?
Taking advantage of those less learned to get away with murder. That sounds barbaric enough to me. Do you disagree, milady?
This guy.
I mean, all that aside, I paid to accept your claim. You claim this fair lady is the wielder of a poison that we don't even know of? What a farce!
What's so funny?
Excuse me, Your Honor. Was it?
Yes, Miss Brett?
May I borrow that glass bottle for a moment?
Yes, I suppose that's fine.
What, is she gonna, like, drink it? Okay. I know where this is going. We gotta prove that the poison is no longer active or anything like that.
You little Japanese cringe should learn not to be so conceived.
What are you on about now?
From a British woman's perspective, this farce is nothing more than child's play. Fraudulent police and pretentious hugs of the court? It's laughable! But it's about time we end this childish game. Cheers!
Oh, what are you doing?
Mere carbonated water, now flat. Fitting indeed, for such a dull court as this. Get wrecked.
Take the L.
Oh my. What's the matter? I feel like you've seen a ghost.
Then, there was no career inside that glass bottle?
Your face tells me that you can't believe it. But that's the truth!
She didn't have eyes! She actually doesn't have eyes! They don't exist!
Okay, so
That's the
now
thing
that
with the
you-
model. That's the thing with the model. Anyways.
Yeah, so now that you've seen that her model doesn't actually have eyes.
I figured as much, but it's still like, huh.
Huh. Anyways.
I must thank you for presenting the results of my research in your Supreme Court.
Meh.
You've done a fine job, little boy. Now, Your Honor.
Oh, yes, ma'am?
I'm still blown away.
May I finally take my leave this time? I think I cooperate with you enough for one day, even if for the sake of our empires.
I apologize, my lady. Words cannot express my gratitude.
That's impossible. There had to have been poison inside that bottle. So then, how? How could she drink it all? And still be standing there alive and well? I don't understand.
Poison's already. The poison only lasts for a little bit of time. I'll call that shit now.
I'm glad I had the chance to enjoy this one-act comedy here on this tiny island in the Far East.
I don't know if I would call it one act. We've had to do 2 sessions for this.
Yeah.
My friends in Britain are sure to laugh at this lovely little story.
In the Britain.
In the Britain.
That bottle contained poison or not? And if it did, then why is she still standing? should already have all the clues needed to answer this question. Is there really deadly poison contained within the bottle?
You got this. No hints.
The culprit laced Dr. Watson's carbonated water with Akira! No, the defense insists on this claim!
But what?
You amateur! Whoa! What are you getting at now? There's no way the bottle could have had any poison in it!
Just because she drank it all of her own volition?
Indeed. It's an obvious contradiction.
There may very well be an explanation for that contradiction.
What?
Let's think about this mystery, step by step. The answer must be in the court record.
Now, defendant, no, you deserve to be called an attorney. I ask you to present your evidence. Why is the witness still standing after the water was laced?
Alright,
I already got this.
I say check the book again.
Yeah, check that. Bye-bye, it's all we know. Since the land is a hunt. Good. Do the prowess of the bio. Do the prowess of
Let's see, second page.
conditions. Poison is effective when it enters the body through a wound such as... Does it have to go through a wound? Is that what we're talking about?
It says it enters the body through a wound. That's how it's used.
I'm
I mean, that's
gonna
just what
say
it said
that.
right there.
The answer we need, of course, is within the witness's research documents.
I'm gonna give us any kind of answers. After all, this document is an English language and impossible for us to understand. You impudent amateur! Do not dare ridicule me!
I'm not
Okay,
trying
Boomer.
to ridicule you, and I'm not putting you on the ears. You've already done that.
I can
several
also read
times.
English, you idiot!
Indeed, this document is far too large for us to read in here. Defense, I suggest you be more specific. Where in the document is the answer we seek?
Characteristics? Yeah, it's the middle page. Up until now, I've heard a lot about Curer. And there's just one thing that caught my attention.
And what was that?
Primitive tribes used to poison the hunt. They smear blow darts with poison before shooting their prey.
Indeed, it seems correct so far.
Naturally, these punters proceed to eat their kills, right? Oh! Oh, okay.
So what are you getting at?
Think about it. If Curer still has traces of poison in the blood,
That's right.
normally, people wouldn't eat meat tainted with poison, right?
You can say that again, I wouldn't dream of eating something like that.
That's when I realized, in this document, there's an explanation under characteristics. It states symptoms can only occur when the poison enters through a wound.
Wound?
A specificity that
The specificity of it.
Yeah,
I just said it right the
yeah.
first time. You said it right the first time,
Yeah.
actually.
Anyways.
In other words, the truth can be discerned from the documents in this. Curer, when entered through a wound, is a deadly poison. However, when ingested, Curer is completely harmless!
What?
Miss Brett, you knew of Curer's special characteristics. That's why you could have drank it without overflowing confidence!
You injured it little.
What?
Damn that!
The bird is alive! What?
I'll speak out loud in chat, Sophie. You wanna say it?
Alright, can I say? Now, I must go. My British phantom thieves need me.
Alright. Naruhodō. You're far exceeding my expectations. You really do have potential as an attorney.
Sogi, do I? An attorney?
That's a convenient point that actually exists in the first place. It's the case, what?
Shut up!
I'm sorry.
An ignorant little monkey thinks he can grasp real intelligence for the first time!
What is this pose? Oh my god!
Give me your phone.
Give me your phone, yeah. No,
Make
but you
your
get,
phone,
but you
and
give
you're
her like,
goddamn bad.
no, but you actually
your
give
phone
her
and
an
all your
entire
chargers.
telephone booth because phones don't exist at this point.
Give me your telephone. Give me your quarter. I need to use the telephone.
You won't have anyone to contact.
She looks like a Wonder character.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But all you can do is swing it around indently like a new toy!
Cut to the chase.
There is a fatal contradiction that self-acclaimed of yours, little boy.
Little boy?
a contradiction.
As you may have guessed, curane is the poison that's safe to drink. We believe that it's neutralized when it reacts with stomach acid.
It totally makes sense, doesn't it? What's this stomach acid?
However, if it's safe to drink with this deadly poison, wouldn't the good doctor have survived drinking it?
Indeed.
One more line.
That
real quick.
makes sense. Wait, hold on.
You dropped this L.
Wait,
There we go.
medical records. Hold up.
You can just read the updated summary.
Oh, okay. It does have that. All right.
Yeah, the summary updated.
Okay. Yeah.
I recommend just continue with the dialogue for right now, though.
Yeah.
Just real quick.
Alright.
Oh, I see it.
Alright. Wait.
Urban figured it out.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, dental extraction on the deity. The tooth wound! Oh my god, yes! That's it! That's it!
Alright, Sophie, do it.
We civilized people call this science. Do you follow so far, little boy?
Oh my god, that's a really clever way, wow.
Just realized.
Order in the court! If both of them drank the same poison, then naturally the results would be the same.
Then that means
Poison called Kiraga has nothing to do with the incident.
Stop calling it Kiraga!
Exactly! Even that should be comprehensible to a little boy left behind in civilization!
Yeah, with this post, the mask does get longer. It really does look like a wonder mask with it.
also nobody but Pat speak.
Oh. What is this feeling? Something welling up inside me. Something I've never felt before. A conviction to stand against contradictions. A feeling like righteous anger. Strike it with all I have. It all starts with the tip of my finger. Time to corner my prey! Objection!
Objection theme!
Don't play stupid, Giselle!
Where did that fire in your eyes come from?
You already know the answer. Even if both you and the victim drank from the very same water bottle, you already know what only the victim died. You know the reason for this contradiction. I order you to present your evidence, attorney. If our witness can drink this so-called deadly poison without batting an eye, why did the victim succumb to the poison? Take that! Dr. Watson and the witness did indeed drink the same water. But don't think of the water. Think the main difference between the people who drank it. What differences do you have in mind? Puree only becomes poison when it enters the blood through a wound. Thus, if a healthy person ingests it, it's totally harmless. However, if passed over an open wound as you drank it, what do you suppose would happen?
An open wound?
Yes, for example, maybe a certain someone visited the dental clinic. Maybe he had a tooth removed. Oh! Giselle, you mentioned it a few times. You were aware that Dr. Watson had his tooth extracted.
Then the witness used that to her advantage.
But what's happening? Why is she laughing?
Since we come this far, I shall retaliate for what I said earlier. Truly, this is like a child's game. A mock child filled to the brim with naivete.
What do you mean?
This is what I mean, little boy. Come here!
What?
What accident might befall this precious evidence you handed over here so carelessly?
Don't!
Allow me to teach you an important lesson. Oopsies!
Fuck!
Oh my, whatever will you do? Your precious little evidence is gone now.
What? What?
What happened?
Smash at the bottom of the pieces.
What kind of disgrace is this? What are you doing? Bailiff! Quickly, retrieve whatever you can immediately!
A futile effort. This carpet is gifted from the British Empire. It does quite a fine job in absorbing water. Your methods aren't advanced enough to collect any. Safe to say, it's impossible.
How could you do this? You won't get away with this!
Well, no matter how hard this little boy cries and slams his desk, you'll never find out whether or not the bottle contains poison for the rest of eternity.
You monster!
While on the other hand, the evidence that supports my claim yet stands. Isn't that right, Sir Prosecutor?
Yes, you speak of this photograph!
That is right. Anyone who sees this photograph would agree. The poor doctor was sitting with his back turned to me. The only one who could have shot the picture from the front is this little boy.
Objection! Here's what really happened. On that day, you used Carrere to poison the victim. Following that, in order to pin that crime on ryūnosuke naruhodō, you took action when you saw him picking up the pistol from the floor. You drew on your concealed pistol and shot the doctor's corpse. Then, in the ensuing chaos, all you had to do was rotate the chair around with the body. With that in mind, you're still a suspect!
You got quite an imagination, little boy. I concealed the pistol. I shot his corpse. There's no evidence in the world that could prove that.
Exactly! As long as there isn't any evidence, the prosecutor's stats will not change. The victim, Dr. Watson, was shot by ryūnosuke naruhodō. The defendant is the one and only suspect.
Darn it! This is absurd! Come so far, now she's gonna get away like this? All we can do is watch as she destroys evidence for her own gain?
Naruhodō!
Asogi?
I've helped you come this far, but now the trial is in your hands.
Huh? Why me?
We have lost our decisive evidence. Right now, if there are any final clues, they can only be within your mind.
Within my mind?
Remember, you said that you at least had confidence in your own observational skills.
But of course! Just forget I managed to overlook that flashy Western diva.
Think back to the moment of the crime. Remember what you saw, what you felt, even the colors and the smells.
What I saw and what I felt. Even the colors. the answer really lied dormant within the Kramicon memories? A clue that hints towards the culprit who shot Dr. Watson? Asogi, I think I may have found it. The clue that lies dormant within my memories.
Truly, he never ceased to amaze.
I love chat right now. There's just a collective oh.
Take that clue and shout it in their faces.
Right. I'll do just that. There's one strange feeling that lies dormant within my memories. Could that be the key that opens the door to the truth? The clue that reveals the culprit is...
I think it's the fork guy.
I really fucking went there. What
It's
is it?
the flower!
Take that! Dr. Anaska, I have a question for you.
Here's coming, Honosuka. Yes. How can I help you?
Looks like he's still in shock from that glass bottle shattering. He's been in that pose for like
evidence.
5 minutes.
Yeah, he was looking at her the whole time, just
My
like,
evidence.
like, girl.
As I recall, you claim that you always strive for perfection, right?
Exactly.
Then, Detective, is it safe to assume that you confiscated everything from the scene? Including, perhaps, the beefsteak plate that was left on the victim's table?
Objection! Oh, hold on! Look at you!
Shut up! What matter of joke is this?
It's no joke. This is all about my memories.
What of your memories?
At the time, I was an eyewitness too. I saw what was shown in the photograph of the scene. Notice the wood slab being used to carry the beefsteak. I saw blood on it.
What?
So? I'm sure it splattered onto you after you shot the doctor.
Wrong. Try again. Take a closer look how everything and everyone is arranged in the photo. The beefsteak plate is no more or less located directly behind the victim. If I shot the doctor from the front, then it would have been impossible for the blood to splat on the plate behind him.
I see. There are bloodstains on the plate, then that would mean the person who shot the victim would be the one sitting on the other side of the table. That would be none other than Giselle Brett.
What?
Objection! You think that's such a ridiculous claim as darling! Your own memories? Do you really expect us to believe a murderous tale?
Hold it!
No, hold it!
Oh, okay, it's him. Sorry.
Asato Hosonaga. I believe that I became a detective for the sake of this very moment.
Detective Hasanaga? That you mean...
Of course, I did indeed bring with me, all in the name of the honest crime scene preservation.
Thank you, B&B.
Call me a crime scene thief if you must. I even took the half-eaten meat.
What?
This lady's meal, even the soldier's meal. I confiscated all indiscriminately in the name of justice.
Present it for inspection right away! We have to see if Giselle's plate has blood on it!
The beefsteak! The beefsteak,
The
guys!
beefsteak, everyone! Detective! I order you to present the beefsteak at the victim's table on the day of the incident.
Huh. Alright. Alright. I apologize for the delay. This is the beefsteak in question.
So, what about the blood? Did you find any?
It's impossible! It can't be there!
Quickly now, present it to the court! Show us all the blood!
Very well. Look to your heart's content.
Yo, I got beef.
Where's the blood? I don't see any. No. No! Why? I
know I saw
right
it.
back
I
and getting a
swear
drink.
it was there. Oh, yeah?
Getting a drink.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Plate beefsteak was right behind the doctor, and there was blood on it. Blano, or, B&B, this is a 3DS game, for the sound effects, though. For Ace Attorney, they've pretty much been the same sound effects since the GBA, pretty much, so.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe updating quality.
Yeah.
You ought to see the look of your face, little boy! Everyone in the civilized knows that the Japanese can't be trusted.
I couldn't agree more. You Japanese.
What the fuck? What?
I take offense to that!
Sir!
The court has now reached a conclusion, once and for all.
But of course, as for this pitiful mock trial, let's just forget this ever happened, shall we?
Yeah, look at all you want, but you'll never find any blood on this sorry piece of meat. Look at it! Look at it!
What are you to look at it?
I want you all to look at it!
I just thought of the fucking SpongeBob scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at it!
Was the blood I saw only an illusion? This time, it's certain we've lost.
Naruhodō. The gavel still hasn't swung in your fate.
Huh?
Believe in yourself. Keep looking forward until the bitter end.
Believe in myself?
Don't rely on
Alright, shut up.
others.
There's only one thing left to do. I need to look it over one more time. No issues will be found with the evidence requested by the defense. Therefore, the inspection of all the evidence of the question ends here. Do you have any objections, attorney? What scene was supposed to be on Fish Blow? B&B, what we are technically doing, we're playing on an emulator, and we are bumping up the quality, so it actually looks better than it would on 3DS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still kind of blowing my mind still after looking at a 3DS resolution for so long. This and the sequel. But
We also got
yeah,
it to somehow
this
look
is
better than
my
the
Citra.
we got it to somehow look better than the iPhone version too,
yeah,
which is
in
like
terms of in terms of the coloring. Yeah.
yeah. Are there any more clues I can find in the Doctor's beefsteak? There's always more clues.
There's always more to find.
Your Honor, please wait. This beefsteak right here still holds a shocking truth within it.
Yeah, he is B&B.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only thing here is your abnormal obsession with that beefsteak.
Your Honor, I'm sure you're aware, but we can talk about this boring little detail all day, but it never amounts to anything.
Could have come this far. It's only fair to inspect every piece of evidence fully. This decision held by the Supreme Court. My sincerest apologies, milady.
I thought we were allies. Are you sure this was the right thing to say?
Your Honor! The court orders the defense to explain further. Okay.
Inspect things.
Maybe you could phrase it?
You can still examine things yourself.
Yeah,
Examine.
I just want to see of all the things I
Yeah.
can examine first.
Yeah. Seems like only like the beef itself and
Yeah. Beef and the, yeah, I'm gonna say the actual beef. What? What's that?
this is a koban, judging by the seal. That gets from the Oe era.
What? No, that's not the point. Why is there a coven sitting in the middle of the beefsteak? Hold on a second. Did you say Oe era?
That's right. It's covered in meat sauce, but that wouldn't decrease its value.
Copper from the Hui area. Where have I heard that before?
I've heard of pearls before swine, but golden for bovine will be a first.
I really doubt you'll ever hear that again. Honestly, it's incredible we found this.
As a rotate to get that view
Yeah.
better.
Examine?
Judge, I believe such a precious coin would be lying under a hunk of meat. Especially considering that objects from the Aoi era are so valuable.
Yeah, and now it's covered in all that thick gravy.
Getting hungry, Naruhodō?
Very funny. Well, next time someone serves me beefsteak at a restaurant, I'll be sure to give the meat a careful flip before I dig in.
Hope you aren't mistaking beefsteak for some kind of lottery.
Found the coupon under the beefsteak. The only reasonable conclusion... Got it! This is...
Come on.
What in the world is that?
This is a Aoi era Koban. I don't think any of us are saying that right.
Giselle? This is allegedly the beefsteak you were eating before you murdered John Watson. Could you explain why something like this was hidden under the meat?
Shut up! What in the world are you talking about? As if I would know! I've never seen that before! Don't bring me into your Japanese nonsense!
Objection! Wait, hold on, sorry.
Who cares about that? It's just a Koban under the meat. We end up there by coincidence. Due to some chef's carelessness.
Objection!
Objection!
I can never say my objection, god damn it!
What kind of kitchen randomly gets something like this mixed in with their food? When we happened to turn up the steak, there was a Aoi era Koban wedged underneath. If this really has no relation to the incident, then I will gladly quit the exchange program.
That's a point. Excuse me, Your Honor.
I really went to your objection.
What is it, attorney? When we turned over the meat, we found a coupon under it. If this really has nothing to do with the incident, then I will gladly step down as an attorney.
Objection! The way I should have been one in the first place, and you want to stop, then go right ahead.
Shut up! The only thing here it has nothing to do with is the incident is you, little boy.
Wait, excuse me? Then why am I on trial exactly?
Bruh.
In any case, we must find the owner of this coupon and listen to what he has to say. The owner of this coupon? Yeah, I think about it, there's only one man it could belong to. The owner of the coupon hidden underneath the beefsteak is none other than... Take that! That would be the owner of the Hall of Discard Antique Shop, Salmon Social...
Soshohi? How typical of a Japanese name with such bizarre names.
As I recall, that's the name of the old man who testified along with the soldier earlier. Yes, Your Honor.
Indeed, he mentioned the Koban earlier. He justified that when the crime occurred.
I crept under the table and had a shotgun shot shortly thereafter. Yep.
Yeah. I don't even know why I said the first line.
Uriel, then this must be his!
Wait! Why would a Koban from an antique shop end up hidden underneath the beefsteak on the dining table?
Sir! I think we should hear that from the owner of the coupon himself. Bailiff! Have the two witnesses from earlier be brought back here as soon as possible. Find them immediately. God, this is such a long first case.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Thought those two would
It
come
is.
back out at this point. In any case.
I think this is the longest first case of the series.
Definitely. It definitely is the
Yeah.
longest first case in the
I'm
series.
almost certain. If I can explain why this coupon was hidden underneath the beefsteak, then I have no doubt this will lead me to the truth behind this incident.
There's no testimony. We're just bringing real talk. So
Alright.
don't gotta worry about that.
Which, by the way, which case did you say was your favorite case one? DGS 2 or this one?
This one.
Okay.
Well, that'll take about.
Whoa! Oh, hang on, I gotta redo this.
Yeah.
What business do you have with me now? Is it time for me, Uzukumaru, to feed my son Komaru his meal? When my boy Koromaru gets hungry, he's more ferocious than a street mutt.
When we treated as mere dogs at the police, we were revealed to have both false witnesses. We were branded to discard ourselves before being banished from the halls of judgment. Therefore, heretofore, I have decided, thus shall carry on into the twilight, never more uttered a word.
Also, real quick, I really like Alta Link's comment. Yo, Waluigi joined the military.
When you can't get into Smash, you gotta find other work. Please confirm one thing to us, owner of the Hall of Discard. Have you seen this Coupon before? That's indeed
Look at the way he stops out. Look at his foot. And look at the baby.
Dada, what happened?
You fucking died.
My foot. Your foot there.
Daddy, no! Daddy, no! Daddy, no!
No, Daddy! No, I need to be fed, Daddy!
What year is this?
You're Daddy! Get this man! I'm not safe for attempted murder!
Anyways.
The glimmering Holy Goo relic! I lost him that noble day!
What?
I knew it. Young one! Would you enlighten the senile fool who knows nothing much of the time he has left? Where did my fallen rare treasure disappear to? I don't know if fallen's the right term for it, but,
Your coma was wedged between a spicy piece of meat and an iron plate.
What? It was between meat and an iron plate, you said?
Needless to say, it's impossible for a coin to fall into such a place. In other words, someone was hiding it there.
My coupon was hidden between a piece of meat and an iron plate? Who was it? Who committed this atrocious act? I want answers!
Yo, do I gotta fucking say? With all due respect, may I say something?
Detective Hasanaga? You may, Detective.
I don't want to anymore. As you all know,
And then I stopped thinking.
I infiltrated the restaurant as a waiter in order to secretly investigate a series of incidents.
Oh, yes, you did mention an undercover investigation.
Laquanthus is a high-class restaurant where foreigners and wealthy customers gather. Recently, a certain individual started stealing from customers using a similar tactic. Indeed, that's what reported to the Imperial Police Headquarters.
The world is full of despicable cowards, to be sure.
Many of the victims are foreigners, thus we were ordered to resolve the matter post-haste.
So the reason you infiltrated the restaurant...
Yes, I disguised myself as a way to catch the detestable, atrocious individual red-handed. It is plausible that this coupon was another one of the thief's targets. There's a great thief at Laquanthos. We were unaware of this. I suppose this restaurant has already seen enough crime.
Whether they can be called a great thief is up for debate, but... the identity of the individual who hid the coupon is obvious.
What?
Really? Alright, defense. Let's hear it then. The detestable thief who stole this man's coupon hidden underneath the beefsteak is...
Cesaro.
Cesaro, obviously. Cesaro, get
I
back in.
feel like I know what it is, but...
I knew we couldn't trust her. She's
I
16.
wasn't even there.
She's 16, she's a teenager.
Just trying to remember off the top of my head.
It's either a woman or
Dun, 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 dun.
Fine.
You disappoint. You dishonored me, Pat.
Damn it!
You dishonor your family.
So
You dishonor your family, you dishonor your sister, you dishonor your mother, and especially you dishonor your Wii.
So cute. Wait a minute.
First they just called me rubbish.
Wait a minute. So you're not the judge. You're not supposed to do
Yeah,
that.
why you take?
He stopped you from being an idiot in front of the judge.
So,
Pat, are you really having shows at this?
Pat, I think I know who it is.
It...
I'm thinking it's Watson.
Oh.
You won't be fucking shaved to that.
I was following. Hey, blame Irvin on that one. Blame Irvin on that one.
No, you like the same skill. Yeah, get the answer when you say something. Get the answer. Get the answer. Get the answer.
How many L's am I gonna have to teach you? Naruhodō.
We both took the L.
My God! Oh
Dishonor
my!
to you! Dishonor to your bow!
The old man would steal his own thing.
Don't!
No, save skill.
Alright, now go back and get those saves. So go
No
back.
save
My
skill.
God.
It was so obviously him.
Everything it was out his plate, so I was like, oh, I think it might have been him.
Oh.
No, in the first part, it's literally a line with the old man. It says, "I wonder who stole it," and he's looking at fucking Waluigi.
Okay, admittingly, my mind, I didn't remember too much about this guy,
Yeah.
from the first day, so.
That's fair.
So-
Alright. Just present him already.
It's also a process of elimination.
There's a lot of people in for case one, okay?
Yeah. Alright.
Alright. Of course, it couldn't be anyone but you! Sergeant Uzumaru!
You little...
Your baby did it.
I've heard enough!
Delinquent?
Let me start. Come on, thief! Great thief for La Quatos! You're really going to indict my son, Kumaru? He's the culprit? Dad!
Oh god. Dad, no! I won't survive
You
in
ran
jail!
me out.
I won't survive in jail, Daddy!
Dad, run! He found out! Dad, run! He knows! Dad, we gotta get out of here!
Anyways.
I'm just gonna screen cap for that.
Oh my God.
And, there we go. Alright.
Alright.
I'm surrounded by fucking idiots.
Says the person who keeps guessing the stealer.
Ah! They didn't even let me put up the baby as an option. Of course I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
How could you pin your own crimes on an innocent baby? That's awful! You're the most delinquent one in this court, Sergeant!
I'm asleep, Dad. Here.
Confess your truth, Dad.
I'm back.
What you get, Dad?
Did I do it good?
Now he really is Waluigi at this point.
Imperial Army Sergeant Uzumaru, reported for duty! They were supposed to find out, Dad.
It's over. Alright, anyways.
Don't come to German. Do you even know? Do you know how shockingly little the Empire pays a soldier to protect our land?
Indeed, the temporary tax increases from our last war have yet to be repealed. I'm told that lower-ranking soldiers are living, especially to truant lives.
All I want was to be able to give Komaru warm food.
So you decided to start stealing from others?
The Quantos caters to the wealthy. Once every 3 days, I visit the restaurant to hunt for my prey. All the while, biting off chunks of that delectable beef steak.
Sure enough, he doesn't look like someone who could use a knife and fork.
So he did steal Sono Higarashi's Koban. How did I say that in one take?
I did. Stealing from him was easier than taking candy from a baby. I deposited the coin in my pocket.
Do you steal candy from me, Dad?
You're gonna die.
Anyways.
Quite the great thief indeed.
I like how he's just impressed, not.
I
Game
moved to escape. I moved to escape. Leave behind a half-eaten beefsteak. Suddenly.
Game recognizes game, okay?
Bang!
A murder unfolded before you.
If someone happened to check my pockets, my reputation will be ruined. Horrified by the very idea, I hid the koban. I shoved it under the beefsteak, hoping that I might find it again someday.
Do we really have to go for this many?
This is ridiculous. I've grown incredibly wary of being forced to bear witness to such a worthless farce of a trial.
Giselle?
Oh, how proper of us. Right.
I'm about to.
This trial. The sound gets me every time. Just let you go home with a smile on your face, my lady.
Do I look happy?
Indeed.
Sophie,
This child-rearing
Sophie,
soldier
I
was
can't
the
see
one
your
who took
camera.
the coin.
Nice.
But I can't say with confidence that the thief is related to the murder.
Exactly. What kind of barbarian hides a coin under a meat? Only if it's Japanese, I suppose.
Barbarian?
Even worse, he got at it without using much of a knife and fork. Even as barbarians are more civilized than you lot, Britons are that kind of conduct.
Now that doubts have been cleared from that testimony, the court will allow the witnesses to leave. You are free to return, my lady.
Then I shall be taking my leave. I bid you all farewell. Ciao!
I still can't tell if she's actually holding up a dress in that pose.
Hold the fucking phone.
Hold on. What's on there, It's not going to be daydreaming.
Well, something about Giselle's parting words bothered me is all. Can't get my mind off of it. It's like when I found the contradiction in her testimony earlier.
Then you have to speak. Don't overthink it. Don't even think about it at all.
Huh?
You can't think after you talk. Now object before the trial ends. Time for us. Hold it.
Hold it! Giselle, wait!
Oh, for fuck's sake. Is there still something you need?
This is my last question, Giselle. I mean it. I just need you to explain one more thing for me. There was a contradiction in your parting words. I need you to explain that.
Come again? What contradiction?
Objection! What are you trying to pull?
What do you mean, Naruhodō? Did you know something about her parting words? Pay attention to this.
Barbarian with high coin under me. What? Hold on. Wait. There's definitely a decisive contradiction in there. Very well then, attorney. I order you to present your evidence. Shows the evidence that proves there's a contradiction in Miss Braile's statements. Just need to make sure which one.
I mean, you also got the beefsteak itself.
Yeah, I'm just seeing of like which one. Yeah, I think it would be.
Yeah, I think it was the other one.
Yeah. And this is the beefsteak that Miss Brett was eating before the crime, correct? To be more precise, this is the beefsteak on the victim's table at the time of the incident.
What does it matter? They both mean the same thing!
If you look closely, you might notice something unusual about this beefsteak.
What? What's unusual about it?
That would be the way the meat was cut, of course.
Oh shit.
Have you caught it on to it, Giselle?
Explain yourself! Now, Giselle made a strange claim before. She said she would never bite into a beefsteak without using a knife and fork.
Well, of course, she is a lady after all.
Then look at the way the meat was cut.
That shit's been into.
As you can see, these patterns are animalistic bite marks. Oh!
Ah!
Looks like
She's seen her mistake, too.
the witness has elegantly eaten her meal with a knife and fork. Then the beefsteak wouldn't have crude bite marks like this.
Objection! What I was associated? What are you getting at? Maybe milady was so very such a
Shots? The fuck? Up.
Sophie, what I do? What is the matter, milady?
I really must excuse myself.
Please let me leave.
I'll be late for my afternoon tea date with the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Oh, but I promise you that this trial will be over so very soon. Leave it to me, prosecutor Payne. I don't want to wait for anything else.
What? Your mouth, you four-eyed samurai scum!
Yes, ma'am!
Whoa, she's really losing composure now.
Looks like she's finally starting to understand. She knows what the bite marks imply.
But what? Naruhodō?
This time, the puzzle's really coming together. First, she claims that to use a knife and fork, but her steak is covered in bite marks. Then, the blood stain, I remember, somehow disappeared. And now, I have evidence that can prove who the culprit is. The one who really shot Dr. Watson! Indeed, those bite marks are very unusual. But I still failed to see what this clears up. Why, it clears up everything, of course.
Everything?
I wager that these disgusting bite marks are connected to a decisive piece of evidence. The evidence that will finally prove who really shot Dr. Watson!
Shut up! I am fed up listening with you prattling on. What decisive evidence could you possibly have? It doesn't exist. It's not like you Japanese try to
Try to cheap bluff like this. Why are you so sure about that?
Simple. Had such a thing exist, it would have been presented long ago.
Yes, you're right, it hasn't been presented yet.
What?
But even if it hasn't been presented, that evidence still exists.
Objection! I'm sure who can't even hit it this far into the trial?
Everyone.
You did! In part one of this trial, you did! That sort of thing just doesn't happen!
Objection!
You missed your own objection.
I know the one, but I know exactly the person who possesses such evidence. Once I request that evidence, the entire mystery resolving around this incident will be resolved. Very well. This may be my last request onto you, attorney. Tell us who holds the final piece that will expose such a truth.
Final answer.
Yep.
100%?
Of course, that would be Detective Hasanaga.
What do you mean by of course?
Huh?
I will never conceal evidence. That's preposterous.
No, that's not what I meant at all. I'd like everyone to focus on this. The bite marks on the beefsteak. Bite marks? Earlier, Sergeant said this. Biting off chunks of meat as detectable beefsteak. Then, he sold his...
Son Higedashi's.
Soshionagi's coupon and hid it underneath the beefsteak.
What do you think you're doing, kid? You think you can fight a soldier?
What are you doing? That's what I want to know.
Anyways.
Sergeant, I have one question for you. Just to make sure, you did hide this coupon underneath your own beefsteak, correct?
Ah, of course! while I may be a soldier, I have not the gall to just slip something underneath the lady's veil right in front of her.
In other words, Detective Hasanaga actually presented your own beefsteak to the court.
Objection! But isn't that strange? This beefsteak was found on the victim's table!
Objection! She claims to have used a knife and fork, but she has no way to steal the koban.
Of course not! The very thought of an insult to the Great British Empire!
Like your whole existence.
Oh.
If all of this is true, is what we're supposed to make of this contradiction.
Oh, I see now. Are you saying the sergeant switches on meal with the victims?
Thanks, Chief.
Checkmate.
Hey, yo, Pain. Thanks, buddy.
Daddy, what'd you do?
Why'd you do that?
Daddy, you better tell me.
Anyways.
Well, is that what you're saying? Steve, at the time of the incident, when the man was murdered right in front of me, my mind went blank. Before I realized what I was doing, I turned over my beefsteak and hit it the koban. That waiter came over and revealed that he was a detective, preventing my escape. If that detective looked under my meat, he would have shattered my life to pieces. I saw an opening with the student. I saw the opening when the student was being arrested and led to the kitchen.
Down, baby.
You better. I switched my beefsteak with Miss Brent as fast as I could.
What? I didn't know anything of that. I did not witness that.
And I executed my strategy as fast and lightly. There was no time to save.
Instant transmission.
In that moment, there were no other options. That's right, diplomacy has failed. I had no choice but to do it.
Yeah, you did it, Daddy.
Good.
What? However, rest assured, prosecutor, I should have won it. I swear to you, as an imperial soldier, I have now told you everything. That's my whole story. I didn't understand your story to begin with.
Sir! It has now been established that the beefsteaks were switched. That means Sergeant took Miss Brett's meal and brought it to his own table. Indeed, that seems to be the case. Detective Hasanaga.
Yes.
I remember what you said about the beefsteaks. You collected both Giselle's and Sergeant's beefsteaks, right? You seized both of them as evidence.
Indeed, I did.
Now's the time to present the other one. Show us the beefsteak tray that was Miss Brett's table before the switch!
Shut up! What is that beefsteak supposed to prove? There is no way that this cold, dry, stiff piece of meat can have any relation to this incident!
Objection!
Nah, that simply isn't going to fly, milady.
What is wrong with you?
First off, you should be able to remember this. What was it that brought the beefsteaks into this debate again?
Aren't you the one who brought it up?
The source of this debate all began with this man's memory.
His memory.
At the moment, I saw it clearly. The beefsteak dish that should have been right behind Dr. Watson definitely had a blood stain on it.
I have faith in the defendant's memories. The one piece of evidence that corroborates his memories is the lady's beefsteaks plate.
Very well then. Detective! I hereby order you to present the other beefsteak. Show us Miss Brett's beefsteak, the one that was moved to the soldier's table.
Yes, Your Honor! I apologize for the wait. This is the other beefsteak. Please, look to your heart's content.
Bloodstain. I can see it! Sir! And now you all see the truth. This bloodstain here confirms it. When the victim was shot, his back was turned to me.
In other words, it is impossible for Naruhodō to have shot the victim.
It can't be!
The only one who could have shot Dr. Watson was in front of him at the time. And the only person who meets that description, do I need to continue? That's right. Person is Giselle Brett. You're the culprit!
Gotcha!
Alright, Sophie, you got it from here?
I can't believe this. These damn Japanese have bested me.
What the fuck?
Shut up! 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 Damn you! God damn you all!
What the? What? What?
Tweet! 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 Tweet!
They just vibing.
Did she explode? Okay, no.
Ouch!
Okay, here we
My
go.
deepest apologies. I have seemed to have lost myself in a state of despair for a moment. That was my most becoming of a lady of the Great British Empire. I beg for your forgiveness.
Now, witness, will you finally tell us the truth?
Gladly. The one who killed the good doctor with Kurain was me, of course. You already guessed why I chose the specific day to carry out my plan. I already knew he would have a tooth removed that day.
And so the doctor died, and if the waiter was investigated, no poison will be found. Because in Japan, career might as well not exist.
On that day, I had not planned for such a long stay in that restaurant. One sip was all I needed. I was to ensure that he drank this and it would be the end of it. First, I ordered a beefsteak to place in front of him, so it would seem that he was dining alone. I intended to withdraw from the scene immediately after. However, suddenly an unexpected individual appeared.
Would that be me?
Yes, of course, I'm referring to you! You just had to come up and say hello, even though you had no pressing business. I lost my chance to withdraw from the scene. Eventually, the doctor drank his glass and lost consciousness. I propped up his body on that chair so he wouldn't fall over and cause a scene. It was the point of no return. There, in the spur of the moment, I concocted my plan. Oh,
Edie?
Is he there?
he
He's
muted himself.
Oh. Plan to frame the defendant for Dr. Watson's death?
The doctor always carries that pistol for self-defense. I realized that I could use it with my own advantage. On that day, I had brought with me a small bottle of Kurain with my handbag. But underneath my skirt, I also concealed a pistol on my own.
under your skirt?
I knew it. There really were 2 pistols.
Yes?
Then, by the time I finished my coffee and moved to leave the restaurant, you had already thrown his pistol on the floor, right? You put it in my line of sight. You knew I would walk by you on the way out.
Just as I planned, he took notice of that stray pistol. Then just when you picked it up,
That was when you fired the hidden pistol. The doctor was already dead by that time, so you shot his corpse.
the sound of the gunshot echoed within the establishment. Then the waiter appeared.
Fuck, I was eating a banana. Alright. I restrained the defendant, whom I thought was the culprit. And I locked him in the storeroom on the back of the restaurant.
That was my chance to turn the doctor's chair so his back was facing the table.
Naturally. Now, so Dr. Watson would appear as though he had been shot by the defendant.
That's all I have to say. I've told you everything about my crime. Your Honor,
Yes?
if you be so kind, I would like to have a private chat with you after this trial.
Very well. I will call for you.
And with that, I bid you farewell. I hope you'll forgive me one day, Mr. Naruhodō.
Don't fucking count on it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Ta-ta!
And thus, this trial seems to have finally come to a clear conclusion. Do you have any objections, Prosecutor Payne?
Impossible! I Payne. Certified amateur university student!
Hereafter, your watch on the prosecutor's path will be a fair bit harsher.
Ryūnosuke Naruhodō!
Yes?
I swear to you, until the end of days, the Payne clan will bring full Payne to your side!
Wait a minute.
Hold up.
The prideful men of the old will be toppled by the younger generation.
Did I just get a demise curse thrown onto me?
Yeah.
Yes, Payne!
Yeah. Oh, wait.
I mean,
Oh,
is it really
oh,
a concern?
That's the natural course of history. Make sure your descendants know that as well.
Huh?
100 generations may pass, but your descendants will never rival those of this man.
On this
Hey,
day,
that
this
hurt
trial is hidden within our most hallowed Supreme Court. Marks the beginning of a new chapter in the history of law of the country. Even standing here as your own attorney, your defense was superb. Thank you, Your Honor. In this current age, the court is where the truth is pursued through the use of evidence and logic. As you all know, it has been decades since our country's borders were open to the world. Due to the knowledge brought from the West, our country now knows the concept of science. Science will breathe new life into the new methods of investigation and trials that follow. What awaits us beyond the future of the law? As a new generation of the law, it is your responsibility to open that door. Payne! Oh, wait, sorry.
Cosmo Asogi.
Asogi?
Yes.
After this trial, you will begin your journey to the British Empire as a student of law. A vast world and new culture await you. Make sure you learn from it. Accomplish the mission imposed upon you.
Understood, Your Honor.
What's wrong? You've gone so tense.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
And you, Ryūnosuke Naruhodō. Sir? I cannot be exactly sure what it is, but I sense astounding potential in you. Where will you go from here? I'll be waiting at the edge of my seat. Thank you very much, Your Honor!
There he is.
Hey. Now then, I shall declare my final verdict for the defendant, Ryūnosuke Naruhodō. Not guilty!
Woo!
Yeah.
Ah, okay, cherry
Summer
blossoms,
blossoms.
alright.
And pain is still frozen.
Yeah.
Don't shock.
I mean, how
We got demised, but we demised him back.
Yeah.
Or at least Asogi did.
Court is adjourned!
Woo!
Alright, I'm out the voice actor piece now. I can actually use the bathroom.
Alright.
Can't believe I'm really standing here now. I survived a battle in the Supreme Court.
Naruhodō. You've really done it. Let me be the first to congratulate you.
Then let me be the first to thank you, Asogi.
Your defense was exhilarating to watch. Just don't forget that you owe me an extra large beef hot pot from the Yume cafeteria.
Brilliant work today, both of you. Oh, sorry. Oh, God.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I thought it was Mikatoba as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had something in my throat. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
A not guilty verdict. Congratulations from the bottom of my heart.
I'll let that legal system, Mikatoba. You really came through for us.
Oh no. I haven't done anything.
Oh, thank you very much. If it weren't for those documents, I can't bear to imagine what might have happened.
You should save your thanks for my father. All I did was follow some instructions to rush to Yume University.
Your father, remember. I am still questioning a little bit of what was Brett's motive. Is that going to be something that plays in later on? 'Cause I feel like it will. Mikatoba, that would mean... Hello everyone, good to see you all work out there.
She just has Sophie say that.
It's all a little fake, Susanna.
Father, how's my impression of you?
Very good, girl. Surprised me exponentially, Ryūnosuke Naruhodō. Thank you,
Check
sir.
has been sent to the mail.
Oh no, I should be the one to thank you. After all, you exposed the culprit's true identity. The person who deprived my friend of his life. His friend. Come to think of it, you mentioned that earlier. You were the one that invited Dr. Watson to Yumi. Yes, that is correct.
Professor Mikatoba spent several years studying in the British Empire. Is that when you came to know Dr. Watson?
Yes, that is correct. We began working together at a certain hospital during my time abroad, you see. Really?
I didn't know that.
It's ancient history. Let's talk about something more important. Asogi, it's your turn now.
Nah.
The Great British Empire is de facto ruler of the world. It is truly a grand civilization. Science, medicine, industry, culture, and even criminology. You will bear witness to what unfolds at the heart of the world.
Yes, sir. I'm ready to see my mission through to its end. And I'll carry the soul of the Asogi family all throughout.
Are you still gonna carry that katana after you arrive in the British Empire?
Of course. The katana is the heart of the Japanese people, a sharp blade that can cut through anything. It'll guide me on the road ahead.
Honestly, it's frightening just how sharp that blade really is.
Oh yes, come to think of it, what will happen to that woman?
The
The true culprit behind Dr. Watson's murder, Giselle Brett.
You want to know about her? To be honest, I don't like talking about it. What do you mean? Since she's the culprit, she'll be taken to trial next, right? She's leaving this country. She should be heading to Shanghai soon. Shanghai? She will never be judged in this empire. But what? Why not?
Due to the invocation of extraterritorial rights.
Detective Hasanaga.
You watch this game way too much.
You're right. That was surely fun to display modern trial tactics today. Let me congratulate you on your hard
Wait,
fought-
hold on. Before you do, what do you mean by invocation of external rights?
Our empire is unable to judge that foreign woman's crimes.
We're unable to judge her? Then what on earth will judge her sins?
Her only trial will be in the consular courts of the British Empire.
Consular courts?
But what a sad state of affairs this is, Professor. The Japanese-Anglo Alliance Treaty should have rendered these rights powerless in Japan.
Yes, that is correct.
So long as there isn't a grave incident of political importance. Invoking one's extraterritorial rights shouldn't be so simple.
Is that so?
Our empires must have made some sort of secret agreement behind closed doors. It's an injustice, no matter how you look at it.
Cellbrite can't be judged in this empire? I'd say she saw the trial a little more than a mere game. She knew she would be in no danger with the well-being from the very beginning. What do you mean?
The Great British Empire Ministry of Foreign Affairs appealed for extraction. The British government wants to handle this murder situation in a discreet manner.
Moving forward, we must be the ones to bring forth change. The world is in deep turmoil as we head towards the 20th century. Someday, the day will definitely come when the hammer of justice will be brought down upon her.
Yes, it definitely will. We'll change the world until it does.
Alright, let's be done with this serious talk. How about we celebrate together this evening? Professor Mikatoba?
That'll be great. We won't change anything if we just stand around looking grim. Let's celebrate Ryūnosuke Naruhodō's acquittal with a blast. Feel free to come celebrate Los Cuantos. I, Osanaga, will make preparations for a very special dinner.
Mr. Hasanaga, you're supposed to be a detective, right?
Now, let's not fret over the smaller details. Let us go. Will the rest be joining us?
Of course! I hear cutlets at Kuatos are quite exquisite.
Then I'll go finish the procedures of Naruhodō's acquittal.
Thank you very much. Our empire is powerless to try Giselle Barrett in our court. Does that mean we'll never know the truth? Why did she murder Dr. Watson?
It ran over me 4 times in a row.
Oh, what the?
Jason.
That's background noise.
Jason, we can hear the background.
That was my dad.
Anyways.
That was okay.
What is it, Naruhodō?
Let me thank you again. You really saved my life today.
I didn't do anything at all. Which one of us was your attorney again?
Sogi, you know you'll be the best attorney in the world.
I wonder about that.
Huh?
To tell you the truth, during that trial, I kept thinking, maybe you're the one who was meant to be an attorney all along.
Huh? What are you talking about?
The only time I really helped you was at the beginning of the trial. You have a talent for being an attorney.
No way! I never want to go through another terrifying battle like that again! Besides, all I did was listen to what you told me. I just believed in you.
That is exactly why you have a talent for it.
What do you mean?
Think about it, Naruhodō. What do you think an attorney's most valuable weapon?
Well, I guess his knowledge of law would be pretty important.
Wrong. It's the power to believe.
The power to believe?
An attorney fights for his client, no matter what. It all starts with belief.
That's true. You believed in me.
None of us are omnipotent, and that includes me. I'm only human. Despite that, I have to believe in something when I'm standing at the defense bench. In court, when you're backed into a corner and you have nowhere left to turn. It's hard to keep believing in what you must believe in. It's definitely not something that just anyone could do.
To believe in your client.
And today, you believed in an amateur student like me to the end.
Huh?
No matter how many desperate situations you were thrust into, you didn't stop carrying on. You never doubted my words, and you seized the truth with your own hands.
Asogi.
Naruhodō, there's actually something I want to talk to you about. I, Kazuma Asogi, have a heartfelt request for you.
What's with all the sudden formality?
Oh, are both of you still here?
Oh, the Fasanaga.
I've gone a rickshaw for us. Now, let us depart. I see. My apologies. We should get going now. Naruhodō, we'll talk about that later. For now, let's go celebrate your victory.
And don't forget about your trip to the British Empire, too.
Yes, you're right. That too.
Thus, my very first courtroom battle drew to a close. Asogi, Professor Mikotoba, and even Tsusato, the legal assistant. Thanks to all their help, I was able to fight until I was declared innocent. But little did I know that Asogi's request caused a huge change in my life, setting me on a path I walk now. I never realized it at the time. That request was where it all began.
Damn.
Case 1 is done.
And there we go, folks.
And Episode 2, The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band.
Alright. Save. Alright.
Also,
Okay.
with the detective.
Yeah, go back to the title screen. Alright.
Alright, so Pat, overall thoughts on case 1?
Episode 1.
Wow! Wow! We're sure that's a case 1, right? We're sure that was a case 1, right?
That was a case 1.
That was a case 1.
Adventure.
That was
Yep,
case
that's case
1.
Holy
Case 1.
wow! Wow! That felt like easily at least like a second case or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
that was really good. That, of course, I'm really liking this cast so far. I like, Naruhodō. I feel like he's different enough from Phoenix, but still like has a lot of the traits I like of him. So
Yeah.
so far I'm really liking him. Asogi is fantastic. I really worry because I feel like something bad might happen to him very soon. just because Ace Attorney has trained me in that kind of way, you know.
Huh. I remember like Asogi in like the polls. I think before DGS 2, even before DGS 2 came out, he was the most popular character in this game.
It's the headband.
It's the headband, I swear.
Yeah. Brandon, you. Oh, they get longer than this. That was only.
This is the.
That didn't even have an investigation for that case.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But yeah, really compelling case on that one. Of course, it like in the Ace Attorney way, it's kind of easy to tell who did it, but just how he got to that point of how he can actually prove that it was her was really great. I think for me, especially of the moments with the blood on the stake and the poison were definitely some of the highlights for me on that. Great use of just moments like using the first objection, the weak table slam into the confident table slam. There's a lot that I'm really liking about just the presentation and how they're presenting it and stuff like that. So
I'm hooked now. I'm hooked. I can't wait to see what.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what the rest of the game has in store.
Yeah.
I think my favorite moment was just when me and Pat realized and went, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, the realization for like how.
how like
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
For which one was that in particular?
It was like the tooth thing. The thing with the
Oh,
tooth.
the tooth. Yeah, that was probably my biggest oh shit moment of the.
Yeah, I say. First time going through the case, got that bar, just went, it's the tooth!
It's
The tooth!
it reminds me very much of a certain moment in Trials and Tribulations' final case, but yeah.
Yeah.
ED, you go next.
Yeah. Like,
I know I've already said so. I think this is my favorite first case in the franchise.
It's
being honest.
I really like. I think as an actual case, yes. This is probably the best one. I think I would need to replay Trials first one again because what I like a lot about Trials is how it loops back around to that case. I feel like this one might have a similar thing with why Brett killed Watson. So we'll see. We'll see when we're all done. But yeah.
I love seeing like the growth for Naruhodō throughout this case, like because at the beginning he doesn't want anything to do with this. He's just thrown into this basically.
Yeah. Real quick. Should I get Dual Destinies? Well, first, if you want to start Ace Attorney, start with the trilogy.
But that's still on sale probably.
Yeah, that's definitely on sale. Then
Always on sale!
yeah, with Ace Attorney, just play through the series. Like, I know some fans may argue, but I think honestly most of the mainline Ace Attorneys are still fantastic. The only one I'm not a huge fan of is Apollo Justice. But okay, you've beaten the trilogy and Apollo, then yeah, pick up Dual Destinies then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it, man.
Yeah. Make sure to purchase the DLC case as well, because that's like easily the best case in the game.
Yeah, that's a good case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue on. Edu.
I like seeing Naruho's as like this like nobody that wants nothing to do with it until he actually starts having what's it called confidence, and also what's it called. I like how like Asogi's like talking a lot at the beginning, but like as the case goes on, like Naruhodō starts taking over things himself for the more as things go on more.
Yeah.
Until he's kind of like at the point like a standard attorney is at the start of an Ace Attorney game.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Pain is like the most of a dick he's ever been.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
I mean, Spirit of Justice is really close, but...
Yeah. He's comically a dick in that one. Yeah. And also, Pat, what do you think of the music so far?
Okay. So, I think so far Asogi's
Alright, you're dead to me. Alright, I'm leaving.
Well, no, I didn't even say it.
The hesitation.
I really like the questioning theme so far, and definitely when they start putting in the like objection and pursuit themes, those were definitely great. It's definitely a different feel though than
it's different.
than
It's different
standard
than
Ace
standard
Attorney.
Ace
That's
Attorney.
why I think I need to get used to it a little bit more. I like it. I'm just not necessarily in love with it quite yet. But I feel like that will change the more we go on through the game. I think I'm just getting I'm getting past the like what I expect an Ace Attorney soundtrack to sound like, kind of deal.
Yeah.
I remember when I first heard Naruhodō's objection theme, I liked it, but but at first, as far as like objective themes on the lower end, but the more
the more it kind of clicks for you.
Yeah, the more I heard it, the more it just kind of clicked.
And now for me, it's my favorite objection theme, personally.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites now.
Yeah.
Especially considering the fact that Naruhodō actually has. Especially considering that Naruhodō actually has two versions of objective theme. You heard them both in this case.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The prelude theme and then the actual objection theme.
Okay.
That starts playing when he actually says objection for the first time.
I think it's because they use a lot of the same instruments. For I have a little bit of a hard.
I know it is basically just a more. They are like similar. I think they use same composition, like objection theme, just stacking over that basically.
I think right now the big thing is I've tried to pinpoint like what song is what song, because a lot of them use a lot of the same instruments, so it's a little harder to pinpoint like which song is which kind of deal.
It all
I get
comes
that.
down to to help it all comes down to the melody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Composition.
That's a big
Yeah.
thing for it, yeah. Anything else people want to say for case 1 and stuff like that? Well, hold on. I think something weird is happening with Discord. Hold on. Let me get back in. What the hell? I think something happened in here. Hold on. There we go. There we go.
Your
Okay.
big poopy baby.
Okay. There.
Okay.
There we go.
Alright.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Discord just decided to cut you guys off, even though the internet is fine. But
Alright.
yeah.
Discord, you big poopy.
Bring with the screen share, I want the music.
Of course.
Even after like experiencing this whole game, this is still like my favorite. This is still my favorite first case of the franchise. Just because like this case actually had this case had a lot of stuff that it needed to pull. It needed to pull off because since this is like 100% a new Ace Attorney game with a new cast, they had to get you to like all of the main people first.
Yeah.
So they had to get you to like Asogi. They had to get you to like Naruhodō. They had to get you to like the judge.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like this case pulled that off spectacularly, because like half the reason that I really like Naruhodō is simply because of the advantages that they have on the 3DS with them being, to bring out more of his characters through
Yeah,
his
like
animation.
I love his like shifting through the papers one, and like the weak table slam, and then I think still my favorite animation is just the slow pan up one.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite one. I'm just like, hold the fucking phone.
Another reason that I really like Case 1 is just because another thing that Case 1 that this game does like spectacularly is that you can also tell a lot of the situation of what's happening in the situation between the characters by just simply looking at them. Like for example, like you can clearly see that Asogi is wearing his attorney band around his arm, and like every single time you go into your court record, in this case constantly
You have a badge, you have just doing badge. That's supposed to be your penalties, funny that.
Naruhodō has a school badge. He is not an attorney. He is still a student compared to Asogi. So even like differences like that really stood out to me as far as emphasizing the point and the journey that you're gonna go on with Naruhodō. How he starts from being a regular guy to becoming
An actual attorney. Actual attorney, basically.
To a great ace attorney, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's the thing I'm most interested in in DGS right now, is that the fact that it is a fresh start at this point, with none of the extra baggage. So, it's okay.
They're able to start fresh and tell the story that they want.
Without having to worry about
them back.
Without
they can do what they want
worrying
now.
about plot lines from previous games and stuff like that, which. Like, I still love me
5 and 6 suffer from a lot.
I still love me some modern Ace Attorney, but definitely it's kind of getting to the point where there's just, I think, a few too many characters.
They're constrained in what they can really do with the franchise at this point.
I can make the same right now. The biggest thing that going through DGS 1 has told me the fact that you can 100% make an Ace Attorney game without Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
Like 100% you can do
Apollo
it.
Justice's problem was just that it was still too tied to Phoenix, was kind of the bigger overall problem with that game, in my opinion. But yeah.
And also, Apollo himself just wasn't that interesting.
Yeah. I already like Naruhodō a lot more than I like than first game Apollo. So.
And go on.
another thing, what's it called, to point out about this case, but also just game in general, is like the world. This game has like actual world building with its like nations and such.
Yeah, I really like the whole idea with that.
Yeah. There's like
Yeah.
actual geography in this world, unlike which Ace Attorney like really doesn't have, because now you actually have involvements between like different nations at play in this game.
Also,
Yeah.
this case really plays with a situation where if this case was in modern times, it would have been solved
Yeah.
easily, but not.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
cannot
not
exist
in
in modern
this time
times.
period.
It would have been
Yeah.
solved like nothing.
Yeah.
That's what I really like about that's another aspect of this case that I really like about it. When he brought out the poison, that's what like from like a case perspective for solving it. That's what really made me fall in love with this case. It's like this we could only have this kind of case because of the time period that we live in.
Like,
Yeah,
that's-
because of the world
especially
itself in this
considering-
game.
Yeah,
Like-
especially considering what Japan is going through at this time. This case can only exist right now. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that's what
not in the-
I haven't got a chance to fully play through it just because I want to play through late in first, but one of the things I love about the crossover that they do is that the fact that it's not photographs, it's just really detailed paintings and stuff like that for the evidence. But I also like how I don't want this to be just rag on modern Ace Attorney, but like the comparison.
Oh, trust me, a lot of discussions of this game lead into that, trust me, because
Yeah.
it's just so much better, in my honest opinion.
Okay, so talking about that.
But like,
Because-
well, hold on. I want to state my opinion before it gets lost before we get
Yeah.
into this. But it's one of the things that, especially, I'd say it's more of a thing for the final cases in modern Ace Attorney, where it gets to a point where it is so goddamn ridiculous that it kind of doesn't really even matter at that point.
Yeah.
You know, where
Case of Spirit of Justice.
Yeah.
Spirit of Justice
This-
and I'd say more Dual Destinies, honestly, is the one.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
Like
I
the
didn't feel
stakes-
anything by the point we got to the end of Dual Destinies. I was like, I don't care anymore, you know?
Yeah. It's like the stakes try to rise so high, but in the end, you know that things are gonna reset to zero.
Like,
after
this has
game.
enough of a real world kind of factor to it that it's
Yeah.
grounded. That moment when you figure out the stuff, like the two figures, just, oh god, oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it feels way more satisfying.
No, I definitely get you there.
Yeah. So, again,
Uh,
I don't know how much, like, magic weird shit there's gonna be in this game or anything. I don't know, but
Yeah. It's not anything. It's not to the degree as like Stan Ace Attorney, being honest.
Yeah.
At least for the most part.
yeah, like DGS still an Ace Attorney game, so it will always still have like the Ace Attorney isms. But
Yeah.
in comparison to like modern Ace Attorney, it's way more down the. The Ace Attorney ism is still
No more
way
grounded.
down there.
Grounded.
Yeah.
What it
Yeah.
wants to do.
Yeah.
But bragging on modern Ace Attorney is the presentation. I remember
Yeah.
when we were going through Spirit of Justice privately. ED brought out a couple of times how it was hard for him to go back to the presentation of this game coming from DGS. Now experiencing
DGS in its full, both games.
yeah. I clearly see what he means by that, because in case one, you can see a lot of like the simple things that really add up to like the presentation.
Yeah.
Like the fact that when two characters on screen, they can actually turn the model, so that way they're actually looking at each other.
Yeah.
The way that all the animations actually do a fantastic job of actually flowing into each other, because the reset point that they go back to go into the next one is so natural that you don't even notice it. Is great. And one of the big ones that it took going back to Spirit of Justice for me to see was actually where they placed the camera. Like, look at the look at the shot of when you're looking at the judge of this game. They go back to Dual Destiny.
It looks way more flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it makes the judge look way more higher in power, kind of
Yeah.
deal.
It looks
Yeah.
way more imposing. Like, actually, yeah.
And you can
Yeah.
very clearly say that in those in those games, they were emulating what they were emulating like the sprites of the.
There we go. Here's a picture of the judge in in that game. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And you know what? That's totally that's totally fine. I'm not faulting them for that decision, but getting to this game where they really focus on the presentation of everything.
It properly evolves what Ace Attorney looks like.
Yeah.
What Ace
Yeah.
Attorney can be presentation-wise.
Yeah. Yeah. So the presentation of this game has made me go back and have made me go back to my Ace Attorney and just go, I don't know, buddy.
Yeah. Also, what's it called? One thing I want to point out. One thing I want to point out is how what's it called? It will actually show both the Sogi and Naruhodō at the same time. That doesn't happen in Stand Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
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 The only time they can actually talk is when you see it from that side view only. Which
Yeah,
is like,
I think the only time they show like both of them is like for a freak out reaction or anything like
or
that.
something that has like no dialogue basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do keep in mind, DGS still, the presentation of DGS still has a thing where they will still fade in between character models depending on which one is talking. They still do that, but just the simple fact that they could turn and look at each other just feels way more natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also just to point out, most animations actually go into each other. They don't snap.
Yeah, like
and if they-
the big one I always really appreciate in this game is Naruhodo's like depressed spread.
He actually goes down. You actually see him move
going
down.
back into the worried one. You know.
He has animation for going down, then he has animation for getting back up, basically.
Yeah.
Jason, are you done?
Okay, what do you think?
Well, I think looking back, I can see that this case is a lot more stronger than I had previously seen it on my first watch.
Oh, that's because you're watching Nico Bisao play. He hated this first case.
Wait, why did he hate? Why did he hate it?
He just liked this first case because he thought it was too long and dragged out.
Well, I mean, if you don't know if this case is long when you go in, yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
feel a bit wiped out. But it's a lot easier if you know that.
Yeah.
I think it's just more that Nico B at that point was pretty burnt out.
He was going in. He was abruptly going into DGS when he was already
Yeah,
kind of
because
sick of his
I
attorney.
think he was like that was like right after he finished Spirit of Justice.
Yeah,
right?
I think
Yeah.
a few months after Spirit of Justice, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, sounds so up for that one.
Yeah, that's just more of his own thing. But yeah, pretty much love the animations. I really like the design of the courtroom in general that we don't really get to see much.
Yeah, because we're going to the England courtroom after
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I think a highlight for me is just the chemistry between Asogi and Naruhodo. Like they really compliment. Well, like yeah, these two are best friends.
Yeah, you get their best friends. They can crap on each other. They know what's it called. They mean well.
If I can best describe it, it's basically if Edward and Phoenix stayed friends in the whole
Yeah.
DL6 and it never happened. It's like
Yeah.
Edward is the
That's
best
like kind of a way to
attorney.
describe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really fun
What does that
dynamic.
mean? Don't know, don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, what does that mean? Still don't know, still don't care.
Yeah. Basically.
It's in French. Then go to France.
Yeah. Go to France to find it. Go to France and ask.
If I will say one criticism for this first
beefsteak.
case, yeah, the beefsteak.
The beefsteak plot.
Yeah.
It's like if here's the thing, if Hosonaga just noticed that the other beefsteak has like blood in it, or brought both the beefsteaks, this
Yeah, I
entire thing
know.
could have been resolved.
Like,
Yeah, that's
how,
the thing.
how did he not notice that? Like,
Yeah. He has separate lockers for all of them because he's that much of a fucking preserver of it.
It's that thing when it comes to these games where they have to fire every single gun that they set up. So in that sense, they still had to resolve the
They have to resolve the reason that beefsteak part is there is that they have to
Coupon
solve the reason that's there is not because even just the Koban, it's the fact that they have to at least acknowledge the part about the whole gunshot part. Because like up until that part of the case, they didn't really acknowledge much about how did he get shot then, basically, and how's that play into everything.
Yeah.
Because if they still kept it as like he got shot from the front, this whole case wouldn't make sense because he's facing Naruhodō.
Yeah, I just feel like it kind of dragged out too much, especially after the big moment where Naruhodō reached the objection. You kind of just like, okay, I kind of want this case to move forward now.
As-
Yeah.
That was the end.
as Chad's bringing up, I also really appreciate that that our killer got the bright idea to just straight up destroy the evidence.
Yeah, evidence.
Yeah, it's like,
That
oh,
was a real shocking moment when she just straight up did that. I just went, wait, you can just do that?
You know,
look at this.
there are
Hold on,
certain
I'm just
moments.
gonna
There are
grab
certain moments. I'll talk about it after the stream. But I remember a moment again in Trials and Tribulations where I was kind of thinking of a similar kind of thing on my first.
Yeah, I think I was talking about. Yeah, destroy evidence. That's right. They gave it to you.
Yeah.
I think the only one that ever tried to actually do that was Juan Karma.
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, a fun trivia regarding Giselle Brett.
Oh, now we
is
can bring it up,
Her
yeah.
name. Yeah.
Her name is
It's
based
pretty-
after a bullet that wounded Watson in the books.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, the bullet literally killed Watson.
What if we make the bullet sentient?
Yeah, bullet became sentient and killed Watson finally. This time for real.
Yeah. She's a pretty fun culprit.
Yeah. That I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Also, by the way, something I haven't brought up about this case. This is the DGS case I've gone back to the most.
Really?
Gee,
Like start to end, basically.
Wow.
There
that-
was. Okay, this because I originally watched this game subbed. I watched Case 1 subbed before the translation. I put it down, then I played it again for like when I played the game myself. I watched Nico B's LP of it. Okay, and I watched it with Alex when he wanted to watch this game. I watched it with Jason. I played through this game and screenshot it to a friend of mine, and now I watch it from start to end again here. That's 7 times.
It reminds me of like the amount of times I had to watch the beginning of Persona 5. You know?
Yeah.
And that's not even counting any time I've gone back to like just parts of this case, or just like the beginning itself. I've gone to the beginning at least over 15 times at this point.
Yeah.
But you willing to do that because you love DGS. You special child.
do that.
You know DGS, baby.
Love.
You look at you.
I can't talk. I was muted. All right, I'm enjoying my shit.
Oh, I have a line in chat. Should I say it?
Sure, go ahead.
And I would have gone away with it if it were for you meddling Japanese people and that baby!
Gotta get her.
We got it, Danny. I'm gonna miss the baby. Not gonna lie.
baby.
That was a fun little joke.
That was a fun joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in terms of when we're gonna do the next DGS stream, just pay attention to my Twitter and join the Discord. I will alert when we will be going live for those. Because next few weeks is gonna be a little weird. Just because of the charity marathon and stuff like that. We'll see where we can squeeze it in when we can. But yeah. If you want to play the game for yourself, if you're interested, you can download Citra and apply the patch from the Scarlet Study. Link down below in the buttons for them, so you can go check that out. But yeah, I think it's time we do the meme run at this point.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
We got a bunch of good ones. That was good. By the way, if you want to send in your own meme while we're doing this, please go to hashtag WDGS.
The
Because
hashtag's
Lord
right there.
knows
Right
that I'll
there.
be voicing before doing that.
Well, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I'm not muting this. I don't like this video. It disgusts me. Alright.
Oh, of course.
I don't even like this game, man. I hate it.
I love that. I love that pose.
Oh, yeah, he's the-
That's pretty good.
How the fuck did you say a Soji?
I hate this.
The baby Naruto
I
thing.
think you're muted on Twitch.
Oh, Pat, you're muted. Oh
damn.
no. Oh no.
You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because on this audio thing, I forgot to put in the Yeti mic. So
Fuck.
there we go. Okay, it's better now. It's better now.
Yes, meet baby Naruhodō.
Daddy, why am I a
Why
piggy
am I
bank?
Naruto?
Daddy, I've been changed, Daddy.
Daddy, don't turn me into a marketable plushie.
No.
Something say pain.
Back
back to the
Video.
back. Oh, there's back. Naruhodō, get my sword.
You just took that me from a Discord.
Hey, they offered.
Mesogi.
Masogi. That's his creation.
Naruhodō.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Feel like with DJ. Oh god, yeah. I got in mind something for
Voice clearly gonna feel old.
starting tomorrow, but sometime at that point. For a new sub goal game. I gotta just work out the.
Little did they know.
But we might be making the next sub game the Great Ace Attorney thing, because he's apparently found a way to emulate it and get it to work, kind of thing. So if we can. I forget. Was he in the calls at that?
Nah,
point?
nah.
No.
He was still memeing on Twitter.
No meme, just appreciation for Hisogi's meme. Yeah.
You don't actually got plays, but like, damn.
Sogi's theme is still like the most godlike thing.
One of the most.
Presentation of how I got my friend to TGS. Hey, let me talk about. Alright, I give out my interest. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the stream.
maybe. Yeah.
Alright, that was a meme that went through when
Yeah.
you were playing through the game. Looks like Haru. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
just
definitely
how
getting
dare
a
you.
lot of hard vibes from her.
Haha, I'm gonna blow you
I love
up.
being that guy sometimes, so I might do it. I want to be God who infinite time zones to kill him. God, who has
God, that sounds good, yeah. The duality of humanity.
So good with our own. I can't
For the
say it.
chat. No, hold on, what the heck are you thinking? Oh no.
Oh no.
そうか
I see.
ならば奴に伝えろ
This message.
呪われし存在となったお前を
I'll never forget you.
この無知と
My skill and my kinsman will destroy you someday.
you break
This
我がベルモンド一族は
you will hunt the
夜を狩る
rookie.
一族となるそうか
Nice.
ならば奴に伝えろ
Prince, that was great.
It's not really good. That's the best one.
When you have the evidence to prove Naruto is innocent, but he won't acknowledge you.
Poor Sanage.
Yeah.
Hey, fantastic to be like, yeah.
That was just a clip.
Yeah.
I still want to say it.
This is how you always handle things.
Oh, yeah, this.
Uber and a sim.
Is this how you Japanese always handle things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asogi. Retweet that. Oh, that's good. Alright, so that is gonna be the Great Ace Attorney for tonight. Again, please keep check out for the Discord and stuff like that when we're gonna update next. Probably going to be a week break, most likely, until we
Yeah, probably.
start again. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Have a good night.
God, that